Mountain Sage, Meditation, Peak Wisdom Code. High Path. Welcome, brave seeker, to this sacred journey up the ancient mountain paths of wisdom. I am Rune from NirvanaSparks, your guide on this transformative ascent toward higher consciousness. Find yourself a comfortable position where your body feels supported and your spine can rest with gentle dignity. Allow your eyelids to become heavy, gently closing as you prepare to journey within. Take a full, nurturing breath, feeling the cool mountain air filling your lungs completely. And as you release this breath, feel the weight of your daily concerns beginning to dissolve. With each breath that follows, you're sinking deeper into a state of peaceful awareness. Imagine yourself standing at the base of an ancient, towering mountain. Feel the solid earth beneath your feet, grounding you in this present moment. The mountain before you rises majestically into misty heights, its peak disappearing into swirling clouds. This is no ordinary mountain, but a sacred place of transformation and wisdom. Ancient sages have traversed these paths for millennia, each footstep leaving behind traces of enlightenment. Today, you join their timeless journey. Notice the air around you, crisp, clear, and carrying the subtle scent of pine and wild mountain herbs. Each breath you take purifies your being, clearing away the mental fog of everyday life. As you stand here, become aware of your intention for this journey. What wisdom do you seek on this mountain path? What truth calls to your soul from those misty heights? Hold this intention gently in your heart as we begin our ascent. A narrow path of smooth stones appears before you, winding its way up the mountainside. With each step you take on this path, feel yourself moving, not just through space, but through layers of consciousness. The first steps are easy, comfortable. Your body moves with natural grace, finding its rhythm on the gentle slope. Feel the pleasant warmth spreading through your muscles as you climb. With each footfall, a subtle vibration travels up through your feet, legs, and spine. This vibration begins to loosen and dissolve any tension you've been carrying. Your shoulders soften and release. Your jaw unclenches. The space between your eyebrows smooths and expands. As you continue to climb, notice how the quality of light begins to change around you. It becomes clearer, more luminous, as if the air itself is becoming purified. The path now leads you into a grove of ancient trees, their massive trunks spiraling upward like pillars in a natural cathedral. Sunlight filters through the canopy above, creating patterns of golden light on the forest floor. The air here is rich with life force, and each breath you take fills you with renewed vitality. Pause for a moment in this sacred grove, allowing your being to attune to its peaceful resonance. Feel how the boundaries between you and the forest begin to soften. With each breath, you're drawing in the ancient wisdom that permeates this place. And with each exhale, you're releasing anything that no longer serves your highest good. This exchange creates a beautiful harmony between you and the natural world. As you stand in this tranquil space, become aware of a subtle presence nearby. Turning, you see the figure of an elderly sage seated on a moss-covered boulder. Their eyes hold the depth of countless lifetimes, yet sparkle with the innocence of a child. A gentle smile plays across their weathered face as they gesture for you to approach. Moving closer, you notice how the air around this mountain sage seems to shimmer with quiet power. Without words, you understand that this being embodies the wisdom you seek. The sage motions for you to sit on a smooth stone opposite them. As you settle onto this natural seat, you feel an immediate connection to the earth beneath you. The sage's eyes meet yours, and in that gaze, a wordless transmission begins. Knowledge beyond language flows into your consciousness like pure mountain water, filling an empty vessel. Allow yourself to receive this wisdom without analysis or judgment. Trust that your deeper self understands perfectly what is being conveyed. The sage now raises their hand, palm facing upward, and a small object materializes there. A crystalline stone that seems to contain its own inner light. With a gesture of offering, the sage extends this gift toward you. As you reach out to receive it, feel the crystal's energy harmonizing with your own. This is no ordinary stone, but a concentrated form of mountain wisdom, the peak wisdom code that will continue to unfold within you long after this journey ends. Hold this crystal to your heart, allowing its resonance to activate your heart center. Feel a warm golden light beginning to pulse outward from this point, expanding with each heartbeat. This light carries the essence of the wisdom you've received, integrating it into every cell of your being. The sage nods with approval, then gestures toward a path, continuing upward through the grove. You understand that it's time to continue your ascent, carrying this new wisdom with you. Expressing silent gratitude to the sage, you rise and move toward the path. With each step now, you feel lighter, more aligned, as if the crystal's energy is helping you to shed old patterns and limitations. The forest begins to thin as you climb higher, and soon you emerge onto a more exposed section of the mountainside. The vista that opens before you is breathtaking, rolling foothills giving way. The vista that opens before you is breathtaking, rolling foothills giving way to distant valleys, where rivers gleam like silver threads in the afternoon light. The air here carries a different quality, thinner, yet somehow more nourishing to your spirit. Each breath connects you more deeply to the mountain's ancient wisdom. The crystalline stone pulses gently against your heart, its energy flowing through your entire being. As you gaze at the magnificent landscape, you notice how patterns begin to emerge. The flow of rivers, the arrangement of forests and meadows, the dance of light and shadow. These patterns speak a language older than words, revealing the underlying harmony of all creation. You begin to understand that this harmony exists within you as well. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, all are part of this greater pattern. The path now leads you across a narrow ridge where the mountain falls away steeply on either side. Yet you feel no fear, only a profound sense of balance and presence. Each step is perfectly placed, your movements flowing with natural grace and certainty. This is the high path, the way of those who walk between worlds, balanced between earth and sky. Feel how your awareness has expanded beyond your physical form. You are simultaneously grounded in your body and vast as the sky above. In this expanded state, insights begin to arise naturally, like bubbles rising to the surface of a clear mountain lake. Allow these insights to emerge without grasping or analyzing them. They are gifts from your deeper wisdom, awakened by the mountain's energy. The ridge path now leads you to a sheltered plateau where a circle of standing stones creates a natural sanctuary. These ancient monoliths have stood here for countless ages, witnessing the turning of seasons and the passage of seekers like yourself. As you step into the center of this circle, feel how the stones create a field of focused energy around you. It's as if you've entered a sacred chamber where the veil between dimensions grows thin. The crystalline stone at your heart begins to pulse more intensely, resonating with the standing stones. Close your eyes for a moment and allow yourself to be held in this resonant field. Within this sacred space, the peak wisdom code begins to activate more fully within you. Ancient knowledge stored in the very cells of your being awakens from its slumber. This is wisdom you've always carried, though it may have been forgotten in the noise and distraction of everyday life. Feel how this remembering moves through you like a wave of recognition. There is a sense of coming home to your true nature, your authentic self. As this activation continues, you become aware of a subtle sound, a humming vibration that seems to emanate from the stones, from the mountain itself, and from the crystal at your heart. This sound is the original vibration from which all forms arise, the primordial song of creation. Allow yourself to be bathed in this sacred sound, letting it tune every aspect of your being to a higher frequency. Your body begins to feel lighter, more luminous, as if the boundaries between flesh and light are dissolving. Yet, paradoxically, you also feel more solidly present, more fully embodied than ever before. This is the mountain's teaching that true transcendence doesn't mean leaving the body behind, but rather infusing it with the light of higher consciousness. The physical and the spiritual are not separate realms, but different expressions of the same reality. As this understanding settles into your being, you notice a narrow path leading from the stone circle toward the mountain's higher reaches. This path is steeper, more challenging than what has come before. It represents the next phase of your journey, the ascent to even greater heights of awareness. Taking a deep breath, you step onto this path, feeling a renewed sense of purpose and determination. The air grows thinner as you climb, yet your breath remains steady and strong. Each inhalation draws in pure mountain essence. Each exhalation releases what no longer serves you. The terrain becomes more rugged, with loose stones and occasional patches of snow. Yet your footing remains sure, guided by an inner knowing that transcends thought. This is the wisdom of the body, the intelligence that flows through every living thing. You're learning to trust this wisdom, to move in harmony with the mountain rather than imposing your will upon it. As you navigate a particularly challenging section, you notice how time seems to shift and flow differently here. Moments expand into eternity, then contract into instantaneous flashes of insight. You're moving beyond linear time into the eternal present, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. In this timeless awareness, you catch glimpses of your own potential futures, paths of growth and transformation that lie before you. These visions come not as fixed destinies, but as invitations, possibilities that may unfold if you choose to align with your highest purpose. The crystal at your heart pulses in response to these visions, helping you to discern which paths resonate most deeply with your true nature. Trust this resonance. It is your inner compass guiding you toward your most authentic expression. The path now brings you to the edge of a high alpine meadow, dotted with wildflowers that shouldn't be able to thrive at this elevation. Yet here they are, delicate blooms of impossible beauty, testament to life's resilience and adaptability. As you step into this meadow, a warm breeze caresses your face, carrying the sweet scent of the flowers. This is a place of rest and integration, where you can pause to absorb the journey thus far. Find a comfortable spot among the fragrant blooms and settle your body on the earth. Feel how the ground supports you completely, holding you in a gentle embrace. The sky above is an impossible blue, stretching infinitely in all directions. Between earth and sky, you rest in perfect balance, grounded yet expansive, present yet boundless. As you lie here, the crystal at your heart begins to dissolve, its energy merging completely with your own. The peak wisdom code is no longer something separate from you. It has become an integral part of your being. This integration brings a profound sense of wholeness and clarity. Questions that once seemed complex now reveal simple, elegant answers. Challenges that once appeared insurmountable now show clear paths forward. Your perspective has shifted, allowing you to see the larger patterns at play in your life. From this vantage point, you recognize how every experience, even the difficult ones, has contributed to your growth and awakening. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been in vain. All is part of the sacred journey of becoming who you truly are. As this understanding settles into your being, you notice a subtle shimmer in the air above you. The shimmer coalesces into a swirling vortex of light, a gateway to the mountain's highest reaches. This is not a physical path, but a passage of consciousness accessible only to those who have integrated the wisdom of the lower slopes. You sense that stepping into this vortex will carry you to the mountain summit, the culmination of your journey. Taking a deep breath, you rise from your resting place and stand before this swirling gateway. The flowers around your feet seem to bow in recognition, their petals releasing a sweet fragrance that strengthens your resolve. With clear intention and an open heart, you step into the vortex of light. Instantly, you're enveloped in a swirling cocoon of radiance that lifts you effortlessly upward. Your body feels weightless, transparent, as if composed of light rather than matter. Yet your awareness remains crystal clear, more lucid than ever before. As you ascend through this column of light, fragments of wisdom from all the world's spiritual traditions flow through your consciousness. You see how these seemingly different paths all lead to the same summit, the direct experience of ultimate reality. The differences are merely in language and approach, not in the essential truth they point toward. This understanding dissolves any remaining barriers in your mind, any sense of separation between yourself and others who walk different spiritual paths. The light around you intensifies, becoming almost blindingly bright. Yet somehow your awareness adapts, expanding to embrace this radiance, rather than being overwhelmed by it. And then, With a sensation of gentle arrival, you find yourself standing on the mountain's summit. The peak is surprisingly spacious, a flat plateau of smooth stone that seems to float among the clouds. The air here is perfectly still, charged with a palpable presence that feels both ancient and eternally new. As your eyes adjust to the quality of light at this elevation, you notice that you're not alone. Seated in a semicircle before you are 7 mountain sages, their faces reflecting diverse cultures and traditions, yet all radiating the same timeless wisdom. These are the keepers of the Peak Wisdom Code, those who have mastered the mountain's teachings and remain to guide others on the path. Though they speak no words, their collective presence communicates a profound welcome and recognition. You are acknowledged as one who has earned the right to stand in this sacred place. The eldest of the sages rises and approaches you, carrying a small wooden bowl filled with clear mountain water. This water, collected from the purest springs near the summit, contains the essence of the mountain's highest wisdom. With gentle ceremony, the sage offers you this bowl. As you receive it, you understand that drinking from it will complete your integration of the Peak Wisdom Code. Raising the bowl to your lips, you take a small sip of the crystalline water. It tastes like liquid light, cool and refreshing, yet somehow substantial, as if you're drinking pure consciousness itself. As the water flows down your throat and into your being, a profound shift occurs. The boundaries between yourself and the mountain, between inner and outer, between wisdom seeker and wisdom itself, all dissolve into a seamless unity. You are the mountain, and the mountain is you. The wisdom you sought is not something to be found outside yourself, but rather your own true nature, recognized and remembered. This recognition brings a joy beyond description, not the fleeting happiness of ordinary experience, but the deep, abiding bliss of coming home to your essential self. The sages now form a complete circle around you, joining hands to create a field of concentrated blessing. Their combined presence amplifies the activation of the Peak Wisdom Code within you, anchoring it so deeply that it can never again be forgotten or lost. As this blessing reaches its culmination, the sages bow in unison, acknowledging the light they see shining within you. Then, one by one, they dissolve into particles of radiant light that merge with the mountain air. You are left alone on the summit, yet you have never felt less alone. The connection you now feel to all of existence is so intimate, so immediate, that the very concept of separation seems like a distant dream. Standing at this highest point, you can see in all directions, not just the physical landscape below, but the panorama of your own life. Past, present, and future appear as a unified field of experience, each moment connected to all others in a perfect tapestry of meaning. You see how every challenge has been a teacher, every joy a reminder of your true nature. Nothing was ever out of place. Nothing ever happened by chance. All has been part of your unique journey up the sacred mountain of consciousness. As this vision of wholeness fills your awareness, you feel a gentle tugging sensation, a reminder that while your consciousness can remain in this expanded state, your physical journey must continue. It is time to begin your descent, carrying the peak wisdom code back to the valleys of everyday life. Yet this descent is not a leaving behind of what you've gained, but rather a bringing forth, a translation of mountain wisdom into practical action. With gratitude for all you've received, you turn toward the downward path. As you do, you notice that the way down appears different from the way up, more direct, more integrated. What was once a winding, challenging climb now reveals itself as a clear, straight path of light. This is another teaching of the mountain, that once wisdom is truly integrated, the journey becomes simpler, more direct. The complexities and detours were necessary only until you were ready to recognize the straight path that was always there. Taking your first steps down this path of light, you feel how the mountain's wisdom continues to flow through you. Each footstep carries you not away from the peak experience, but deeper into its integration. The descent is not a loss, but a bringing forth, a manifestation of higher consciousness in the world of form. As you continue downward, the landscape around you transforms. The barren rocks of the summit give way to lush alpine meadows, then to forests rich with life. Yet, your inner state remains unchanged. The vastness and clarity you experienced at the peak remains fully present within you. This is perhaps the greatest gift of the mountain, the understanding that enlightenment is not dependent on external conditions. The same awareness that was available at the summit is equally available in the valley, in the marketplace, in the midst of everyday life. The path now brings you to a clear mountain stream, its waters dancing over smooth stones with joyful abandon. You pause here, drawn to the stream's musical voice and sparkling clarity. Kneeling beside it, kneeling beside the stream, you cup your hands and drink deeply of its crystalline waters. This water carries the same essence as what you received at the summit, yet now it flows freely through the world, nourishing all it touches. Just as this stream carries the mountain's essence downward, you too will carry the peak wisdom code into every aspect of your life. Rising from the stream side, you continue your descent with renewed purpose. The forest around you grows more verdant, humming with life force. Birds call from the branches above, their songs seeming to echo the wisdom you now carry within. You notice how differently you perceive this forest compared to your upward journey. Where before you saw only trees and undergrowth, now you perceive the intricate web of relationships that connect every living thing. The forest reveals itself as a single, unified organism, each plant, animal, and microbe playing its essential role in the greater whole. This vision of interconnection isn't just an intellectual understanding, but a direct perception that flows from your awakened awareness. As you walk, you feel your footsteps becoming lighter, more harmonious with the earth beneath you. Each step is a gentle communion, an exchange of energy between yourself and the living mountain. The path now widens, becoming smoother and easier to navigate. You sense that you're approaching the lower slopes where your journey began. Yet there is no sense of loss or diminishment, only a deepening integration of all you've experienced. The wisdom of the peak doesn't fade as you descend. Rather, it finds new expressions in each environment you pass through. As you emerge from the forest into a sunlit meadow, you pause to take in the vista before you. The valley spreads out below with its towns and roads, its fields and rivers, the world of human activity and relationship. From this vantage point, you can see how this world too is part of the sacred mountain, just as valid and precious as the pristine summit. The Peak Wisdom Code helps you recognize the divine presence that permeates all realms of experience, from the most transcendent to the most ordinary. With this recognition comes a profound sense of purpose. You understand that you've made this journey not just for your own awakening, but to bring the mountain's gifts back to the valley. The wisdom you now embody is meant to be lived, shared, and expressed through your unique presence in the world. As you contemplate this purpose, you become aware of a subtle shift in your perception. The mountain journey you've been experiencing begins to merge with your everyday awareness. You realize that while this inner pilgrimage has seemed to unfold over an extended time, in another sense, it has all happened in a single moment of expanded consciousness. The entire journey, from base to summit and back again, exists as a complete whole within you now, accessible whenever you choose to turn your attention toward it. This is the timeless nature of true wisdom, not bound by linear experience, but ever present as the ground of your being. Taking a deep breath, you feel yourself gently returning to your ordinary waking consciousness. Yet this return doesn't mean leaving the mountain behind. The Peak Wisdom Code remains activated within you, a living presence that will continue to unfold in your daily life. Begin to notice the weight and substance of your physical body once more. Feel the points of contact where your body meets the surface supporting it. Become aware of the air moving in and out of your lungs, the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. These sensations are not separate from the expanded awareness you've experienced. They are simply different expressions of the same living reality. Gradually allow your attention to include the sounds in your environment. Notice any scents or temperatures on your skin. Feel yourself fully present in this moment, in this place. As you prepare to open your eyes and move back into your day, carry with you this key understanding from the mountain. The wisdom you seek has always been within you, waiting to be recognized and remembered. The journey up the sacred mountain is ultimately a journey into your own true nature. And that nature, vast, luminous, and compassionate, remains with you always, regardless of external circumstances. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes, bringing the mountain's clarity and presence into your everyday vision. Look around you with these awakened eyes, seeing the sacred in the ordinary, the extraordinary in the mundane. This is the gift of the mountain sage, the ability to perceive the ultimate in the immediate, the infinite in the finite. Carry this gift forward into each moment, each interaction, each choice. Let the peak wisdom code express itself through your unique presence in the world. And whenever you wish to reconnect with the mountain's transformative power, simply close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remember, the path is always there, waiting for your return. Thank you for joining me on this sacred journey today. If you found value in this meditation, please consider supporting our work by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification bell. Your engagement helps us continue creating these transformative experiences and sharing them with seekers worldwide. May the Peak Wisdom Code continue to unfold within you, bringing clarity and compassion to all aspects of your life. This is Rune from NirvanaSparks, wishing you peace on your continued journey.